After 69 hours of rioting in Delhi, the Indian Prime Minister finally spoke out on the violence. In a lukewarm appeal for peace and harmony, Prime Minister Modi tweeted out from his official Twitter handle. For the Prime Minister, who holds the reputation of remaining mute during crisis, it took 3 days and 22 deaths to appeal for peace. However, the Prime Minister opted to tweet out first on his bonhomie with President Trump and relegated Delhi to a second place. On Trump's visit, the Prime Minister had made 14 tweets and on Delhi, just 2. This is nothing new. Modi remained shockingly silent when the students of JNU were attacked. The media had then pointed out the Prime Minister's silence, often sarcastically, and called him out on his hypocrisy for calling his predecessor Manmohan Singh Silent Baba. Well, then how well did Prime Ministers preceding Modi react to similar situations and incidents? Almost similar to the violence currently in Delhi was the 2002 Gujarat riots, which saw the death of 790 Muslims and 254 Hindus in communal clashes. The then Prime Minister Vajpayee cancelled his trip to Australia for a Commonwealth summit and chose to stay back in Delhi to monitor the situation. Congress Prime Minister Manmohan Singh, during the 2013 Muzaffarnagar riots in Uttar Pradesh, visited the affected areas and ensured the perpetrators were booked. In this context, the Modi tweet remains a far cry from what the strongman Prime Minister projects himself to be. This is especially so as the death toll is already 34 and mounting. Ironically, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal also seems to be towing the Modi line when it comes to hitting the ground. It took Kejriwal 3 days to visit the riot-hit areas. The blame game started when the Union Home Ministry said 6,000 policemen were deployed to control the situation, and Kejriwal countered it by saying that the deployment was weak. Union Home Minister Amit Shah, to whom the Delhi police report, did not issue any statement on the violence. He also refused to call in the army when the situation spiraled out of control. Instead, the government apparently turned to their problem fixer and troubleshooter NSA Chief Ajit Doval. The NSA, who has a larger mandate and role, was seen walking the streets and talking to people. Why was Ajit Doval deputed to do this when routine policing and local law and order is in no way the NSA's job? Does it indicate that the Union and Delhi governments are incapable of handling unruly mobs? Also, it is to be seen whether the Prime Minister, who holds the record for not having held even a single press conference, allays the fears of the people.